That night, the skies over Odessa turned red. A vital facility in Orlivka, near the Romanian border, was struck in a powerful attack, captured clearly from the other side of the frontier. Romanian civilians witnessed the explosion from afar, and within hours the world began to ask, what exactly was hit and by whom? The gas compressor station targeted in the strike is a critical part of Ukraine's energy infrastructure. It's not just a national asset, it's a key node in Europe's energy network. But why wasn't a facility this important fully protected? Was Ukraine's air defense too focused elsewhere? Or is this a reflection of fatigue, stretched resources, and the challenges of sustaining long-term defense? With billions in Western aid flowing in, how are strategic targets like this still left vulnerable? Compressor stations like Orlivka aren't just industrial buildings. They're the beating heart of energy transmission systems, pushing gas through pipelines under high pressure across borders and continents. Russia seems to understand this perfectly. And if this was, in fact, a deliberate and precise strike, then it wasn't just about destroying a piece of infrastructure. It was a message, perhaps to Ukraine, perhaps to its partners across Europe. Initial reports suggested that Russia used Geran 2 drones, cheap, effective, and often used in swarm attacks. But can a drone like that really cause the kind of destruction we saw in Orlivka? Video footage and eyewitness accounts don't quite line up with the known impact of Geran drones. The level of devastation points to something more powerful, something more precise. Could it be that another weapon was used? All evidence points toward the Iskander-M ballistic missile. With a half-ton warhead and high-precision targeting, this weapon can obliterate hardened infrastructure with minimal warning. It doesn't need a bomber or extended air mission, just a mobile launcher somewhere within range. If Iskander was indeed used here, this wasn't an opportunistic strike. It was a calculated operation meant to eliminate the target completely, not disrupt, not harass, but erase it. That raises serious questions. How did it go undetected? Are Ukraine's radar systems overstretched? Or are there blind spots in their current defense grid? Another possibility is the Kh-101 cruise missile, but that seems unlikely. These missiles require strategic bombers, like the Tu-95 or Tu-160, for launch. Risky, expensive. Overkill for a single target like this. Using Ka-101s for tactical strikes every night doesn't make sense. Not from a cost perspective, nor from an operational one. It's far more plausible that Russia opened the attack with drones to confuse or saturate defenses, then followed up with a precision strike using Iskander. A classic 1-2 punch. We've seen this pattern before. But has Ukraine become too familiar with it? Too accustomed even? Are they starting to treat it as routine? Or is this attack a subtle warning to the West? A demonstration that even with modern Western systems, Ukraine's defense network can still be pierced? These questions are now echoing across military forums and analytical circles, and still no clear answers. So, can Russia keep launching Iskander strikes at this pace? All signs say yes. Estimates suggest Russia can produce up to 60 Iskander missiles per month. They don't use them nightly, but when they do, the targets are hand-picked. High value, high impact. Orlivka was one of them. So should we expect more attacks like this in the coming weeks? And more importantly, can Ukraine stop them? What's remarkable is that this strike was visible from Romania, a NATO member. Civilians there recorded the blasts and watched them unfold in real time. Does this mean Russia is intentionally operating near NATO borders? Or is it simply the geography? Orlivka just happens to be that close? And how does NATO interpret this? A coincidence of proximity or a subtle provocation? The strike on Orlivka leaves more questions than answers. Why was such a critical facility left exposed? Is Russia signaling something larger than a battlefield win? And, perhaps most unsettling, how many more strategic points like this are still vulnerable? We might not know until it happens again, until another night sky is lit up and another distant explosion ripples across a border. And now we're left with more questions than answers. Was the destruction in Orlivka really caused by a swarm of drones? Or are we looking at something far more deliberate, far more calculated, like a ballistic strike meant to test not only Ukraine's defenses, but NATO's silence? Because here's the reality. This wasn't just any location. The Orlivka gas facility is part of Ukraine's vital energy infrastructure. It sits right near the border of Romania, a NATO country. And the explosions weren't just felt in Ukraine. They were seen by civilians across the border, in real time. This kind of visibility isn't accidental. It's messaging, it's theater of war, and the audience is global. So what does it tell us? That Russia is growing bolder in its night raids? That Ukraine's air defenses may be thinning, overstretched, or even targeted precisely because they can't intercept everything anymore? Or maybe, just maybe, this was a warning shot, not to Ukraine, but to the West. We can strike close. We will strike close. And no one will stop us. These aren't just explosions in the dark. They're signals. They're calculations. They're escalations that may not make the headlines, but change the temperature of the entire region. As always, we'll continue to follow this story and others like it. Because behind every satellite image and every shaky phone recording, there's a deeper story waiting to be understood. If you found this analysis valuable, consider supporting the channel by liking this video, subscribing, and turning on notifications so you don't miss our next breakdown. But more importantly, we want to hear from you. Do you think Ukraine was caught off guard? Is Russia escalating in stages? Or are we witnessing a new phase of the conflict where psychological pressure is as important as physical damage? Let us know your thoughts below. This conversation matters and your insight might help others see the bigger picture. Until next time, stay informed, stay objective, and as always, stay sharp. This content is created solely for educational and informational purposes. It is intended to provide insights based on verified data, credible sources, and careful analysis. Our goal is to foster a deeper understanding of modern military technology and current events, not to promote or endorse any form of conflict, propaganda, or political agenda. We strictly oppose the spread of misinformation and hoaxes. Every piece of information presented has been carefully sourced from reliable, publicly available references. We encourage viewers to approach the topic with critical thinking and respect for all sides involved, maintaining a focus on knowledge sharing and open discussion.